we know that the sales is the same because sales amount is not disturbed by whatever the costing method is. So what is the variable costing income statement method is that we're gonna use this format, contribution margin format, that is sale minus variable cost, and then at the end fixed cost, answer is net operating income. So sale, we know that 600,000, we know that beginning inventory is 0, and then we also know that the manufactured units are 25,000, and under variable costing the unit cost was 10, so 250,000 was our cost of producing 25,000 units. And then we have less that units that are not sold, which was 5,000 units. We also multiply this with our variable costing unit price, answer is 50,000. So left amount is 200,000. So remember the variable costing also, so the variable costing, our income statement is made under contribution margin format. So it means we have to add all the variable expenses here, and we know that the variable expenses, we have one more, that is 3 variable selling and admin. We multiply it with the units sold, answer is 60,000. So this is our contribution, so this is our variable cost, and when we less 260,000 among 600,000, answer is 340,000 is our contribution margin. So remember, this is not gross margin, this is contribution margin. And then we less fixed manufacturing overhead and fixed selling, which is 250,000, answer is 90,000. So did you notice one thing, that our variable costing profit is less than absorption costing, right? So it means there is some kind of reconciliation needed, that why there is a difference between the net operating profit among both costing methods. So we can explore this as well. Before going to the reconciliation part, I have taken exercise 7.2 and it's page 295. So I just want you to pause the video, but this question is basically the continuation of exercise 7.1. So just pause the video and remember the data from our exercise 7.1 and try to find out the requirement. Okay, let's do that. So the requirement first is determining how much the ending inventory consists of fixed cost overhead deferred in inventory in the next period. So we know that in the data from question 7.1 that 25 units are ending inventory, right? So, and from the 7.1 we know that the fixed manufacturing overhead is $240, right? So just multiply. So what is the part of fixed manufacturing overhead on this 25 units? Answer is 25 multiplied by 240, which is 6,000. So that is requirement 1. I'm just going to remove it and try to go to requirement 2. So our second requirement is prepare an income statement for the year using variable costing. Explain the difference in the net operating income between the two cost methods. So this basically income statement is made under absorption costing. Why? Because here we do not segregate between fixed and variable expenses, right? So let's make the income statement according to variable costing. So the same format that we use in contribution margin income statement approach, it is the same thing. So sales We know that it's 191250. So minus variable cost. So variable cost include, we know that the 225 units, and this data is from 7.1. Let me just mark it here. So this data came from exercise 7.1. So units were sold, multiply the variable cost. We found out variable cost is 460. So here the answer is how much? Let's multiply this one. Answer is 103,500. So that is variable cost of goods sold. I just call it here CGS, right? And under variable costing, income statement, not the variable costing, variable costing, income statement, sales minus all the variable costs. I should write it total variable cost. So that was the one variable cost. The second one is variable selling and admin, right? So variable selling and admin. So that is we sold 225 units, right? And variable selling is 20. So the answer here is how much? 4,500. So just less the amount from the sales and you'll find out contribution margin 108,000. That is the contribution margin. And from the contribution margin we left our fixed expenses minus total fixed expenses or fixed costs. One is the fixed manufacturing overhead and the other one is fixed selling and admin. So fixed manufacturing overhead, so you just revert to over 7.1 and you'll find out over there that fixed manufacturing overhead is 60,000 and fixed selling, which is 20,000. If you less 60,000, 20,000, 80,000 from 108,000, answer would be I think I made a mistake here. So when you less this amount is not 108,000. This amount total is 83,250. I really apologize for that one. Sorry for that. And when you less 80,000 a month, 83,250 cm, answer is $3,250. Right? Not that part. That is explain the difference between net operating income between the two costing methods. So you can see it's visible, there is a visible difference between the net operating income of both methods. Here is 9250, here is 3250, and the difference is how much? The difference is 6,000, and that difference is all because of our requirement 1, fixed manufacturing cost over the ending inventory. So the logical answer is that the difference in net operating income between variable and absorption costing can be explained by the deferral or fixed manufacturing overhead in inventory that has taken place under the absorption costing method. So these are the all fancy words, but remember this one. The 6,000 fixed cost, fixed manufacturing overhead cost, it has been deferred to the inventory as an ending inventory. So thus our net operating income under the absorption costing approach is 6,000 higher than under the variable costing method. I hope you get my point. If you do not get my point, just simple, a tagline is that absorption costing net operating income is higher. Why? Because it includes the part of fixed manufacturing ending inventory. Right? Good. Let's move forward.